Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is your captain speaking, and we're back with another episode of the Heel He podcast, the GZ podcast, whatever podcast name we're calling it this week. And I am here with ZTZ. What's going on, fam? How you doing?
Not much. Just finished Raw. Trying to wrap it up.
We out here trying to brisk through this real quick. So we about to jump right into this. Unless you got something else you need to say real quick.
Nothing I have to say. Let's just get into it.
All right, bam. So we starting off Monday Night Raw. Alexa Bliss out. She's announcing the Raw side of the men's Money in the Bank. It's going to be Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, Ricochet, Braun Strowman. They had their little, I'm going to win Money in the Bank, yada, yada, yada. And then it turns into a 2-on-2. Ricochet and Braun Strowman versus Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin. And Ricochet and Braun Strowman end up getting the win. This was a great match, especially for, opener. I thought it was really good. I loved that Baron Corbin stayed trying to steal Drew McIntyre's thunder. And Drew was like, nah, bro, I'm done. I'm not having it. Clocks him and then just leaves him to get destroyed by Braun Strowman and Ricochet.
Thank God. But the only thing I have to say about it is, realistically, I don't think anyone from Raw is going to win this year because Braun Strowman won it last year. Baron Corbin. Can we talk about how Braun Strowman lost it and no one puts him as somebody that lost it?
Because when people think about him losing, they think about the Shield helping Roman.
They didn't help him.
That's the story.
But they didn't help him. It was Hell in a Cell. They finally did it in Hell in a Cell, and Brock Lesnar came out and messed them all up.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So technically, one of the losers of losing Money in the Bank comes to Baron Corbin, who also lost it to Jinder Mahal, Braun Strowman, and Damien Sandow. And who else? Who else has lost it? Anyone else lost it?
John Cena.
John Cena lost it as well, yes. But John Cena's a 16-time world champion. You don't have to really give him Money in the Bank.
Word.
But that's the only thing I had to say about that.
Oh yeah, that's cool. All in all, good match. Good opening to Raw. Then we got the Usos coming out damn near directly after, rapping their own music. They were hyped. When I saw them come down rapping their drums, I was like, yo, they having some fun right now. It's hype.
They were having a lot of fun. It was really entertaining to watch them all night.
Word. And then they had a match, Usos versus the Good Brothers. Now, I don't know why they keep moving people around. It's 2 weeks after the Superstar shakeup.
It's like Superstar shakeup whole year, apparently. They can move whenever they want now.
Exactly. And it makes me mad because I just want Balor and the club to be a thing. Every time. But I'm not gonna get into that because I could talk for 9 hours about how mad that makes me. But Usos versus Gallows and Anderson. This is probably the best match Gallows and Anderson have had in 6 months.
Probably more. I would honestly say until WrestleMania 33.
Facts. Oh man. It was a great match. I loved when Jimmy does his little slide after his tag to do the corner splash or whatever. And he looks at Gallows and gives him the too sweet. I was like, bruh, you can't do that to him. But he did it to him. It was hilarious. Usos get the win after a great match. Off the Uso splash. And I believe it was Jay that did the dive to the outside on Anderson to keep him from coming in.
Yeah,
it was a good match, best match for the Good Brothers that I've seen in a very long, very very long time. And then after the match, Usos doing a little prank, doing a little video prank with the Revival, Wilder and Dawson, and
which was probably the most over thing all night.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious, man. So the Usos, I guess, are in the shower room or whatever, and all you see is Wilder in a towel shaving Dawson's back. Bro, that John was the funniest thing that I saw.
Hey, bro, they're a real tag team. They got each other's backs.
Stop! That's so good.
They got each other's backs, bro.
That was so good. Bro, that was so funny. Why'd you do that to me? That was so
I,
good.
I remember. Well, for people that know that don't know, I sent Griffin the captain of me. I'm sorry. A message saying whenever these guys have a match, it's gonna be match of the year because the Usos have been on fire, and we know when the Revival wants to bring it, they're amazing.
That's a fact. That's a snapple top fact. Like that's heat.
Yeah.
Like I'm ready for the match. Like if they could, like they should push this feud to like SummerSlam. If they could just not have
Honestly,
them
yeah, just
wrestle,
tease
that would
it.
be hot.
Just tease it, man. It'd be great.
Exactly. Exactly.
And then make the Revival win the tag team championships, or have the Usos win it. One of them.
Word.
It'd be like higher stakes. It'd be such a great match.
Dog, that match would be so fire.
That would be amazing.
Oh my God. All right. So after that, we got that new boy back to Raw, The Miz, doing Miz TV. His guest is Bobby Lashley. It was a cool segment.
It was the most entertaining. It was the most entertaining thing I've had of Bobby Lashley, other than his smiling gimmick and
like posing.
His posing, weird looking at his butt gimmick, and now we have the whole Bobby Lashley that speaks in third person. But this Bobby Lashley,
that was weird.
It seemed weird. And even after they talked about it, he continued to do it, which whatever. It led with a pretty decent promo where I was like, oh, like Bobby Lashley's like actually somewhat decent when he has like something good to say. I don't know. I thought it was good. I thought it was the most, and even the match was pretty entertaining. To be honest, it was pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, it was. So after Bobby Lashley, talk trash about Miz's dad. Miz still got daddy issues. We get a match, Miz versus Bobby Lashley, and it was good. It was a good match. And then we hear Shane McMahon's music.
Before we go on before Shane, I just want to say the Miz is probably the first smart babyface in all of WWE because he's not that typical that one. He's not the typical babyface that the music hits. He's like, oh my god, music. Oh, what do I do? No.
Yeah.
He kept an eye on Shane, but then he kept like letting him know, I'm gonna come for you after this. But he kept beating Bobby Lashley down, which kudos for the Miz.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Like, it is, you hear Shane's music and like the whole time, like before the end of the match, I actually thought he was gonna win. So Bobby Lashley ends up winning, but the whole time, like Shane's there trying to distract him and whatnot. I just like, oh, Miz out here using the heel tactics for his babyface run, keeping his eye on the prize. That's what I'm talking about. And then Shane showed the picture of his dad when his dad was watching him get choked out. Miz lost it, got distracted. My boy Lashley hits the spear. 1, 2, 3. It's over. And then the Shane McMahon heel beatdown happens. And then chokes him out in front of the picture of his dad.
Worthless from Shane McMahon. I hate Shane McMahon's punches. I can't despise many more things than his punches. They're god awful.
Bro, I actually thought I was like, did he actually just hit Miz on the top of the head? Like, for real? Like, I saw the connect, but I was like, did he hit him? Or
I don't know. His punches are so bad. So bad.
Yeah. But then that leads that ends up leading to something else that we get later in the night.
Yes.
Which will be Shane McMahon versus The Miz in the steel cage match for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view.
Why is it a steel cage match? Why is it? Last time he won the Falls Count Anywhere match. This time Shane McMahon interrupted in his match. It doesn't mean Bobby Lashley is going to have Shane McMahon's back. And even if it does, what goes to show, steel cages don't keep everyone out.
True, because people just climb in.
Or open the gate, whatever they want to do, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a door. If they were smart, they wouldn't add a door to the freaking steel cage.
Word.
They would just be like a steel cage death match. It's just like add like weapons on the side and just like until someone bleeds to death.
That's my god!
That is the way that this match should be.
Bro, have you ever? All right, I don't want to like get super off topic, but have you ever watched a TNA Lethal Lockdown before?
No, I have not.
All right, so it's basically like a 4-on-4 6-sided steel cage match, kind of like War Games, where people come in like one at a time. But when everyone's in the ring, they close the top of the cage and put weapons on it.
That's awesome,
bro. Like, all right, so later we going next time I see you in person and we get some like downtime, I want to show you Lethal Lockdown because that like any Lethal Lockdown match is straight heat. But we getting distracted. We ain't here talking about TNA. So after after Bobby Lashley versus The Miz, we get the Viking Raiders versus the Lucha House Party. Yo, shout out to Lucha House Party.
Word.
I was like, bruh, who they about to body this week? And the Lucha House Party's just like, not us. And they jump them from behind. I'm like, yo, Lucha House Party out here. They really out here. Yo. I mean, they still got body. They got bodied hard in the ring. But they was out here trying not to look like some punks, though. And I respect that.
Yeah, they weren't trying to look geeks. I mean, they were geeks regardless. They were
Oh yeah, they got wrecked. They got bodied.
But like, what did you expect? But at least they had a fighting chance.
Word. Oh my goodness. Viking Raiders still looking like some badasses, but I'm not gonna call them Ivar and Eric. I'm just gonna call them Hanson and Rowe. Like, that's just me. Oh my goodness. And then after the match, the Viking Raiders still just beat the crap out of Lince Dorado because he wasn't in the match.
Poor Lince.
Oh my goodness. So next we had the Bray Wyatt Firefly
yeah,
House.
I don't really know I don't really have an opinion on that. It was weird, creepy.
Yeah.
Just something just to pass time, honestly.
Yeah. I don't know what they're gonna go with, like, this gimmick and this character, but I'm looking forward to Bray Wyatt's like in-ring return.
Same.
Because I feel like his moveset's gonna be completely different.
I hope so. I think his whole thing's gonna be different. I wonder if he's gonna come back with a faction though, because I know Eric Young is back is on Raw now too, so he could have like a little faction with like Eric Young, Bray Wyatt, and then have Nikki Cross.
Yo, facts. It could just be a whole like. It could be like, so you remember how Punk had the Straight Edge Society?
Yeah, it'd be like the Funhouse.
Like Society. Like a whole reformed like former heels turning reformed. But they still might be heels.
They're still heels, but like they think they're like good people.
Yeah.
They're kind of like a cult if you really think about it. So yeah, it works out perfectly.
Facts.
Great. If we could just add one more person, which Eric Rowan wouldn't make any sense. Word. Who else would you? Mojo Rawley, because he's had this weird like persona gimmick for now.
Oh my goodness. He's like, his whole personality is splitting like freaking James McAvoy from the movie Split.
Yes.
Bray Wyatt.
And then you have No Way Jose come out with a bunch of like dreads and like bootlegged teeth, like a pirate.
Oh my goodness!
The No Way Jose thing I just kind of threw in there just to mess around, but actually that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that'd be kind of sick. All right, so we get a small little video package from the Iconics. Not really important to like the overall show, but it was cool to see them for me.
They killed the tag team titles.
Next, we have Alexa Bliss announcing the Raw Women's. The Raw's participants for the women's Money in the Bank. And
thank God we don't have 4 Money in the Bank matches. Thank God they combined them, because I was afraid that they would. I know they. I mean, I was more afraid for last year because like last year was the first year they did it together. But I was like, I cannot watch it. The whole thing of Money in the Bank. It's cool. It's done like twice a year. That's it.
Yeah. Word. But we got Natalya, who comes out, starts trying to talk. Bliss is like, bro, let me finish. Dana Brooke comes out, which I'm kind of excited to see. She starts talking, and Bliss is like, bro, let me finish. Naomi comes out, starts talking that trash about how she's gonna win. She's like, bro, let me finish, okay? There's one more woman we got coming out, and we're taking away from her time because of all this trash talking we're doing. And I'm like, shut up, because you know you're just gonna announce yourself.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
She does.
But she was so good about it. She was like,
word.
She was so good about it because she was like, you can get sympathy. I mean, let's do it for the women's division. You're kind of ruining it. But I was just like, you know what, Alexa Bliss, I know you're going to call yourself out, but you seem like a genuinely nice human being, you asshole.
Word. That's why that's funny. But those are our 4, and then it leads into a match between Naomi and Alexa Bliss. And I apologize, the Bray Wyatt's Firefly Funhouse happened after this.
Yes.
But before their match.
Yeah.
So Firefly happens. Then we have Naomi versus Alexa Bliss, and surprisingly, Naomi won.
I think she won because Alexa Bliss said she's not ready. So I'm assuming that next week Alexa Bliss is gonna come out, say I'm ready, come out and like beat Naomi. So it's gonna be a 50-50. It's the usual 50-50 booking that they have for a big pay-per-view.
Word, yeah.
But they don't really have anyone from the women's side that I think can win. I don't see Naomi winning. Because like Alexa
Yeah.
Bliss won it. Dana Brooke is sure as hell not getting it.
No.
Natalia's not getting it. So it really goes down to the other side. So it either comes down if they put in Bailey. I can see Bailey winning it.
Yeah, it's gonna. I definitely want to see Bailey win, but it all depends on who they announce for like tomorrow.
Is Ruby Riott on SmackDown though? I don't know.
No, Liv Morgan is.
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
I love Liv Morgan. Put Liv Morgan in there. Let her win it. She deserves it.
Facts.
She deserves
She
it.
out here repping the area code, my guy. She gotta win it for us.
She does. She does.
All right. So next we got Becky Two Belts out here talking about doing an interview with Charlie, talking about how she's like, yo, Becky, why would you want to defend both your belts that night? And Becky's just like, bro, because I'm the man and I do what I want and I'm out here in the streets dominating. Hashtag Becky Two Belts out here. Then she gets interrupted by the girl Lacey Evans, and then they start fighting.
Yeah, typical brawl.
Typical brawl. Although I was hella hyped because I forgot that my boy Sanjay Dutt, shout out to the X Division, even though we still not talking about TNA. My boy Sanjay Dutt is a producer now for WWE. So I was like, yo, that's Sanjay Dutt. That's the boy. So I popped kind of hard when I saw him. Not gonna lie. But it was a typical, segment for someone coming up for a title.
We're gonna get the same segment next week.
We're getting the same segment tomorrow.
Yeah, I was about to say tomorrow. I meant to say tomorrow with Charlotte. It's gonna be the exact same segment.
Yeah.
They really don't know how to build up matches differently anymore. It's always the same routine. I'm okay with it sometimes, but like at the same time, it's so predictable.
Word.
That it doesn't really mean anything at one point.
Word. Next. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I thought you said wait. Next we got the tag team champs, Hawkins and Ryder versus the Revival, non-title. It was a good match. Zach, it was a good match. It was a quicker match since we're getting towards like the end of Raw. We're in like I believe this was in the final hour. So we kind of like had to build towards the main segment.
Yep.
So it was a good match. It was decent. The tag team champs got the dub on the Revival.
I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't know because I still take Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins as jokes. They're kind of the B team of this year.
Yes.
Until I don't know. I guess until like the Viking Raiders come out and demolish them. Like 2 minutes.
Word. I will say this about the title situation. I don't know who's gonna get the belt next. Maybe, and I say that only because we have a lot of good like teams we could put the belts on.
Yeah, there's a lot of good teams. I wouldn't mind them building up Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder for a bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like, I hope they build them up, and I really want them like to be built up because back in the day when they were the Edge heads, like unofficially, like when they won the titles, then like they were cool. And they had cooler things to do because they were with Edge. And now, like, seeing them with
I don't know if they had cooler things to do. They always got beat up.
I mean things that,
Edge, but...
like I consider getting beat up. Like,
I don't know. But they took a lot of beating for Edge.
Yeah, they did. But they were with Edge, though. They were getting the Edge rub.
That's true. Edge is...
Then they just...
Amazing.
Yeah, then they just kept getting beat up for the sake of getting beat up.
Yes.
So yeah, I agree with you and say that I hope that they get built up. I am looking forward to where the tag team division is going on Monday Night Raw.
I think they really, when they said they were really going to change up the tag team divisions, I expected a kind of like a weird shift, and then eventually we would have decent matches. But right now, like they're building the whole division up, and I'm really excited just to see the matchups. Because right now what we're getting is like build-ups and like teams kind of facing off. But before that, we wouldn't even get that. We would just get like the tag team titles, and that'd be it. Every other team is obsolete.
Exactly. Yeah. So next, we get that Miz backstage promo where he's like, "Yo, I challenge Shane McMahon to a steel cage." Shane accepts, and then
on Twitter,
the boy Sami Zayn comes to the ring.
Oh, Sami Zayn is amazing. He is so good. because
It's
I agree
so
with
good,
everything he says. I agree with.
bro. That's a fact. Like I can imagine being a superstar backstage, listening to Sammy's promo and being like, that's right, Sammy. Everyone, producers, faces,
You
heels, it
know that
doesn't
Vince
matter.
McMahon. That's basically Vince McMahon talking to the fans. You know that's
Word.
exactly where he's saying like we're a bunch of ungrateful critics. We're critics, and he's the critic of the critic. And you know what? A lot of times he's right because we get what we want, and some not all the time, but a good portion. Some of the times we'll get what we want, and it still won't be good enough. What we want, the fans want long term storytelling. They do, but then they get upset when it doesn't pay off in a week.
Facts.
They want their stars to get elevated, but they also don't want other stars to drop down.
Some people have to do the job.
And some people
Like you
have to
have
do
to
the
take.
job, and some people are winners, and as they would say it, some are B plus players, some are C plus players at best.
Yeah.
And just because they're charismatic or doesn't automatically because look at it this way, the Miz is like has a great promo. That's the only thing that he's gotten a lot better in the ring, right? When he
Yes.
first started, I hated this dude. He's basically the Baron. He was like my Baron Corbin in 2011. I was like,
Word.
why is this guy that really doesn't have that much talent in the ring being more put over than John Morrison?
That's a fact.
But I mean, we're always gonna complain, but like the long term thing is, I don't know. Sometimes it works out because I always use Miz as the example. Like I hated that dude. Like I didn't hate him as a heel. I just didn't like him. And now he's like one of the things I'm looking forward to watch every week.
That's exactly how I feel. I hope in like a year or two I can say the same about Baron Corbin.
I don't like Baron Corbin enough.
No.
Baron Corbin needs to put that bald head into remission and get a poor hairline again.
Oh
Once he
my
does that,
god.
I can talk to. I can be. We can be serious. And he needs to get a buzz cut. A buzz cut. Not even like a full haircut. Like just a buzz cut.
Savage.
I can't stand. But his promos are bad. At least like people that I don't like the promos. Like at least Jinder Mahal, his promos were like at least captivating, and his entrance was pretty cool. Baron Corbin
Word.
comes out and ratings
His
drop.
interesting fire.
Huh?
Jinder Mahal's interest team is fire. And he has a catchphrase. He has like a quirk or a thing that he does.
Gets his ass beat all the time? Yeah, I guess that's a quirk.
No. Shanti. Shanti is like his catchphrase.
Yeah, but that's
or
so
like his
stupid.
quirk or his thing.
That is
but
so...
it's his thing. Baron Corbin is
you
bad
well,
and he doesn't have a thing.
You might as well. Well, his thing is that he was a Gold Glove boxing champion. He beat Kurt Angle, retired him. He was a multi-time champion, I guess. He just comes out and brags about all the things he's done. That's his quirk.
But like everyone does that. He needs his thing where like it happens or he says it, and I'm just like, that's Baron Corbin.
Get rid of the suit, go back to being the lone wolf, and every match he comes out, he literally brings out a wolf.
Yo, listen.
He can be Jake the Snake
Roberts. They can't get the permits for that, but that would be hot.
You know how cool that would be?
Yo, they can't get the permits for that, but that would be hot.
I'm imagining they somehow would get the permits for it.
Oh my goodness. Shane McMahon would just dress that one announcer up in a wolf costume and be like, do this or you're fired. Oh my goodness.
That poor dude.
Right. But we say all of that to loop back and say, Sami Zayn as a heel right now, promos fired.
He is so
Sami Zayn, heat. I would arguably say Sami Zayn is the best heel on Monday Night Raw. But
it depends how his matches go in the pay-per-views. How many wins he starts to accumulate.
Weird. But I'm going to say maybe number one once we get to the end.
No, right. I know what you're going to say. No, but go ahead. Go
yes, no. It's happening.
No, it's not. It's not happening yet. I'm not saying it's not happening ever. I'm just saying it's not happening yet, but we'll get to that. Go on.
You're right. That's what I was going to say. But Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio follows Sami Zayn leaving the ring. Now, this is a non-title rematch from WrestleMania, and it lasted more than 2.2 seconds.
Well, I like how the both up. They're like, oh yeah, Rey Mysterio had an injury in his ankle before the match at Mania. That's why he got thrown off. Which I was like, he legitimately did, so that makes sense, and that's okay.
I love Joe's promo, but yo, you should have got your son a mask so we can hide the shame of knowing a daddy that got beat in like 5 seconds. I was like, damn, Joe, you stay coming at people's kids.
Does Samoa Joe have kids? Because I think he's really starting to take out
people's kids. I believe Joe has a kid. Yeah.
You this rush. He is this bad. Kids on TV. Can you imagine how bad he is to his own son?
he doesn't even get a belt. He's just like, come here, son. Let me give you your daily insult.
I would prefer the belt from Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe literally talks, and I want to listen, and he says such hurtful words that I'm like, you are my mentor, and I live up to you, Samoa Joe, because I live to deliver lines like you do in real life.
Word.
But yeah, Samoa Joe is amazing. And any
Samoa Joe's
the match was
so
good. The match
was good. Match was really good. To me, compared to the WrestleMania match.
Well, I mean, like a 2.5 second match doesn't really count.
Yeah. All right. You know what? Yeah, that's fair. So this match was good. My man Joe tries to hit the coquina on Ray towards the end. Ray kicks him in the face. Joe drops him with his new finishing move, the Uranagi, and then Ray ends up getting a pin.
New finisher move. He's had that forever.
But he's never finished people with that.
Has he finished somebody? Who did he finish with it?
No, before he won the United States title, he never used to finish people with that.
But he still doesn't finish. Who has he beat with that?
He beat who he beat in the Fatal 4-Way? Who he beat in the Fatal 4-Way to win the United States title?
R-Truth?
Yeah.
Doesn't count. R-Truth doesn't count.
How does... Alright, you know what? No. No.
That's like one of those people you beat with a signature just to build up your move scan, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But R-Truth doesn't count.
R-Truth.
It's not his finisher, it's a signature.
Wow.
I will blow out the WWE 2K19.
Alright, so Rey Mysterio gets the win. Joe looks hella confused. And then Ray's son hugs him from behind, like, Daddy, I'm so proud of you.
You remember when you fought another dude for custody of me?
Bro, facts! That's a fact! Oh my god.
You remember how he almost gave me up in a wrestling match?
Yeah.
Crazy times.
Wow.
Crazy times, man.
I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, isn't it amazing how every time Samoa Joe loses, like, okay, it's one thing when he loses and like it's a cool way, and it's like Samoa Joe is amazing either way, so I don't really care if he loses or not because he's just awesome. But when he gets rolled up, it is like
facts. Yo, I was just thinking that.
He goes, because this roll up wasn't like any roll up. It wasn't like it took a second. Like it was real quick. It wasn't like there was a fast count. Rey Mysterio does it. He like literally kind of falls. Samoa Joe kind of has to catch himself, and then he does it again, and then he rolls him up for like 8. It was legit like at least 6 seconds. I'm like, Samoa Joe, really?
Facts, bro. I'm like, Joe, what? How? And it's even.
Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna say it's even funnier when you look at the size difference.
Yeah.
Like my man Rey Mysterio has to look like he's having sex with Samoa Joe in that pin for him to get the pin. All Joe has to do is like breathe to the left and he'll kick out. Like,
yeah. I guess Samoa Joe is like legitimately the turtle of WWE. Like once he's on his back, he can't.
Yo, my man Joe was taking a nap in the middle of the match. Forgot to kick out. That's why he was confused.
He woke up. He said, "What happened? Oh my god, I lost." He was.
Joe, I believe that because Joe looked like I do when I would be waking up for naps, like hella confused, like, what?
You ever who is the wrestler? He's the Godfather. What was his name? Back at the WrestleMania when he misses Q, Papa Shango.
Yeah.
He looks like Papa Shango.
Yo, shit.
All right, we'll move on from that.
So finally, we've got our main segment, contract signing between Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. Now, this John was phenomenal. What was phenomenal?
It was okay.
Pun intended.
It was
well,
okay.
I was going for a pun.
I understand, but it was okay. I can't say phenomenal for everything because it kind of ruins it, but it wasn't phenomenal. It was okay. And to me, it just seemed like a bunch of catchphrases trying to be mixed into puns.
Yes.
Because AJ Styles kept going, I built SmackDown. And you burn things down, but I'll build it back up again. And then like 2 minutes later.
Facts! I was like, damn, son. You can't use my main catchphrase like that. And then Seth just flips it like 5 seconds later.
Oh, yeah, you like to build stuff up, but I like to burn stuff down. I'm like, cool.
He just said that. Like,
Right, that's awesome. Like, can we say something different?
word. Like when AJ was like, "Bro, listen, like I know I was on SmackDown, I did all these things, but we on Monday Night Raw." Yeah, and then Seth's like, "Bro, this is SmackDown. This is Monday Night Raw," and I was just like,
He
he
just
just
said
said
that.
that.
Or like, you know what would have been better? I understand they're trying to do the whole like the Shield is broken up forever type of thing, like we talked about before. But like when AJ Styles is like was like constantly going like, oh, how do you feel and how do you feel after? And then what I thought was after you low blowed Brock Lesnar to win the Universal title. That's what I would have said. I would have been like, you are a cheater who doesn't deserve the title, although you are immensely talented.
I would have said that after he said I beat Brock Lesnar. And
There were just so many things that could have been said, but the thing was, I'm gonna build the house that you've been burning down. I'm gonna burn down the house that you've been building up for a long time.
yeah, well,
Like,
I'm gonna burn the house that you built up that I just burnt that you just built up.
that's
Like,
exactly what it seemed like, and I was just like, cool. Let's just get this over with. One of you throws a punch, and we're just gonna see that AJ Styles is gonna semi-turn heel tonight, but it's
heel
not gonna
turn.
happen.
It's happening. Heel turn. It's happening. Heel turn. It's happening.
I mean, I'm okay with it as long as Luke Gallows and Carl, but they're leaving either way, so it doesn't matter.
Listen, we can just get a new club. You act like WWE cares. They just gonna be like, yo, all right, so who's kind of over
Who are they
but
gonna get?
needs the AJ
Who,
Styles rub?
who,
You and you. You're the new Styles.
who are they gonna get?
It doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter? It does matter.
It does
You gotta
not
take those
matter.
guys seriously. If you bring out No Way Jose and you bring out
All right,
Apollo Cruz,
I didn't say we grabbing like try. All right, he could grab
because you
like
just
the
said.
Revival or like another NXT tag team
Okay, if
or
you bring in a
whoever.
revival, that'd be great. If you brought in Undisputed Era,
Boy, that would be fire.
but it's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen because they're all definitely about to break up.
Yeah, Roger Strong's about to turn on all of them.
That's a fact.
I'll be very sad
Good
that
for
day
him.
happens. Good for Roger Strong, but we know he'll go 205 live.
No, he's too good for that.
I mean, 205 live is good. It's just not popular.
Exactly. He's too good. He's popular. He doesn't deserve to go to 205 Live. They should just cancel 205 Live, draft the cruiserweights, and let the cruiserweight title be on both brands. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, that should have happened a while ago. I mean, I really think they're like wasting more money keeping 205 Live open. Or NXT is suffering right now. Why not bring a bunch of those guys down to NXT?
Facts.
It makes way more sense.
Facts.
And the cruiserweights would just fill up like Raw like they did back in 2016. And it was a lot more enjoyable. And now you can actually have matches where they like matter.
That's why you put them on SmackDown.
No, it doesn't. No, because where was Cedric Alexander tonight? Where was Cesaro? Where was Robert Roode with his beautiful mustache that I want so badly?
That man looked like he did porn in the 70s.
It's okay. They were the GOATs. They were the inventor of AIDS. You didn't remember that.
I'm not gonna say what I was about to say. Oh, I don't want that recorded. Oh my goodness.
All right, so AJ Styles ends up punching Seth Rollins before the night ends. Seth Rollins gets back at him. He kicks him out, and he says, "If you want some, come get some." Blah blah. Show goes off the air.
He got some. He got some.
He got some.
Put my man through the table with the phenomenal forearm. With fire. Some heat.
Now we will
Seth shouldn't have been talking that mess. Talk about some. If you want some, come get some. Like he's John Cena out here.
Where's John Cena? I miss John Cena.
I miss John Cena too.
I love John Cena.
Right, John Cena.
You know, CM Punk's coming back to Raw.
No.
Psych. Yeah, he showed up at an independent show apparently. Oh, speaking of other news, Backlash has been changed now to be called Stomping Ground. So it makes sense that Seth Rollins is going to retain at Stomping Grounds as well with the curb stomp. because Michael Cole is gonna have to get that pun in, and now he gets the curb stomp. I don't know. I don't even know. He's gonna say something stupid.
He's
Mark my
gonna
words.
stomp the ground instead of burn it down.
Yeah, he's gonna stomp the ground. He's gonna stomp AJ Styles' head into the ground. Some shit like that. Something stupid.
Oh my goodness, that just I don't know how I feel with that. I don't know how I feel with that.
Anything you want to add?
Nah.
All right.
I'm good.
I'm good.
That stomping ground joint literally just took the wind out of my sails. I'm like, damn, I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh God.
And that was Monday Night Raw, folks. That was Monday Night Raw.
Average show. I expect the viewership to be below 2 million in it this week.
That's a fact.
We'll see.
I mean, it may not actually be a fact, but like I
No, I definitely see the 76ers are playing Toronto.
Okay, I was just saying that to say that I agree with you.
Yeah, I don't know. They got to do something different. I don't know what to do.
Facts.
All right, then. I guess we'll wrap it up here. Thanks, guys, for everyone listening to this week's Griff's Layup podcast. We're definitely going to try to do more. We're just having a lot of difficulty trying to find time.
Word.
But other than that, thanks, guys, for listening. Be back soon, all right?
Signing off is the captain signing off.
There you go, the captain signing off. Bye, guys.
All right, y'all. God bless. Peace out.